Hello and welcome to the Holy Hour Podcast. It's the bi-weekly all-cure podcast, and I'm Gavin. Welcome to the first episode of 2025. Whew, we made it, guys. If you're listening to this, we made it to the other side. Congratulations. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. Plenty of good experiences and smiles all around. Or, just survived it. So, no matter the case, here we are and ready to start a brand new year. Exhausted as always. So, welcome. And I hope you got some cool Cure gifts, at least. Cure-themed gifts. Anybody? Yeah, let me know what you got. I'm always curious. And love to hear about what kind of Cure presents got exchanged out there. I got some cool ones, not a ton, but I got a cool, let's see, before it even all started, I got an early present of the Cure Stills book, that Paul Cox photography book. Really cool. It had been really expensive, but went on sale around the post-Thanksgiving sales times, so luckily KC, my wife, snagged it and said, go ahead and just open it when it arrived. And I've been loving it. There's lots of cool pictures in there, lots of cool stuff that you don't see very often or I hadn't seen ever before. So very good. And in context, it always is so much nicer. So I highly recommend that one if anybody is on the ropes or has a few extra bucks that they may have gotten from the holidays as a gift or anything, or some kind of gift card or something. It's worth it. Go get that book, Stills, I believe it's called, right? Yeah. So yeah, I also got the Funko Pop full band set. I said I wasn't gonna buy it myself, so perfect gift. And don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with them. They look ridiculous, but I guess as far as those Funko things go, they look spot on like the Cure, so pretty rad. I just wish they had Perry. I had suggested to other people you can make that extra little solo Robert into Perry somehow. Maybe I'll build a little keyboard for him or something, put him off to the side, but it doesn't really look like Perry, so I don't know. I mean, I could try to modify it a little bit or something, but pretty cool. They're rad. It's goofy, but I couldn't be happier when I opened that up like a little boy on Christmas morning. So what else? Oh, I got Mixed Up from my brother-in-law on vinyl. That was pretty much the last official album I was missing to have the full, every official album, live, compilation, everything I've got now on vinyl, thanks to various reissues and picture disc and whatever. So there's a little everything in there. Got a lot of original editions, but a lot of them are thanks to the recent reissues such as Paris and everything. So cool to have that and to complete it all. So now maybe I can focus on, I don't know, more 7 inches with Henson or bootlegs or something like that, or German imports, or I don't know. But it's good just to have them all, and it sounds great. I've only listened to the first disc so far, but yep, just what you'd expect. And yeah, strangely enough, Mixed Up was the last one I didn't have. And what else? Perhaps my favorite Cure present of the holiday was my niece made me this cool little hand made ceramic Cure cup. And it's like greatest hits theme, so it's blue with little white stars hanging down. It has a big yellow star on it that says Boys Don't Cry on it, and it says Just Like Heaven and Love Song on the handle, and it's adorable. So yeah, very cool. She's just gotten into the Cure and all these Britpop bands this year, and so it was very cool to have that gift from her, and very thoughtful. And we went out record shopping over the holiday too, so I saw a pretty affordable copy of The Top, so I got that for her as a present. I was hoping it would be like Kiss Me or something with pop and gloom on it, but had to go with The Top, so I tried to warn her that one gets a little weird maybe, but maybe just in the full context of everything with kids these days, it's not that weird. Who knows? So hopefully she likes it and it doesn't totally steer her away from the Cure. But let's see. And the last Cure-inspired GIF I got was I came home from our travels and the Troxy CD was waiting. The mail had delivered it while we were away. Casey had been super awesome and ordered that for me. I wasn't quite expecting it, and what a nice surprise. And I can't wait to pop it in, listen to it while I cruise around in my car. And I don't know if we're going to do a full review of that since we talked about the Troxy pretty thoroughly already. I feel like everybody was super happy with the streaming quality, and the CD and vinyl are probably right on par with that. Just great to have a live version of Songs of a Lost World. So not sure we'll get a full review of that release, but let me know if you guys have been happy with it. Are all yours arriving too? Are you happy with it? Even the cassette? Yeah. So I hope so. I hope they're getting there and isn't any long delays for everybody waiting. But we're not just here to talk about our cool presents and toys. We got a whole Cure episode and new season to kick off of the Holy Hour. We like to start off each year nice and chill here because we're kind of still in shell shock mode from the holidays. So it's become a bit of a tradition to start with Cure covers this year. We're going to do the same and just walk through some Cure covers. But before we even dive into the covers, there is one more kind of house maintenance kind of thing I want to cover. It's right before the end of the year. I'd posted a Patreon episode. I do little bonus episodes over there called Holy Half Hours. And at the end of the year, we were piling on all these cool Robert Smith interviews that he's been doing with the BBC and such. And we kind of ran out of time with our regular episodes. So I just did a quick kind of run through of the past 3 interviews that Robert had done for the BBC, because there was so much great little content and fun and cool little things in there that Robert was dropping. I just wanted to address them, and basically what I did is just kind of jotted down any highlights or funny things that he'd said that stood out to me. And we walked through them all, and I recorded that as an episode over there, and usually that's for the Patreon subscribers, but since we can all hear those interviews, I wanted to make it open to everybody, and I left it open. So go on over to the Holy Hour Patreon, and you can still listen to it and check it out. And I recommend all these interviews are great. But the way it always works, I'd done it and I'd posted it, and literally that day he did one more right as we were leaving for our travels. So there was one extra little Robert interview that's floating around out there now, and it was on Radio 1, this one with Daniel Carter, and he did a quick little interview. This one maybe about 30 minutes long. I didn't jot down how long, but it wasn't extremely long. And it wasn't quite as mind-blowing as some of the longer ones that I'd mentioned in the past there. But it was good and had a lot of cool little nuggets, again, of things that Robert had mentioned in passing, whether he was just referencing songs or little backstories. But very, very interesting, I thought. So all these interviews, I totally recommend you go check them out. They're all out there in some form. I've been citing that TCDB, the Cure database on YouTube is great. They got them all there. You can pretty much find them in order and such, and are wonderful just because it's so nice to hear these extended kind of Robert rants and thoughts that we haven't had for so long. So they're really cool and make us kind of realize how fucking awesome he is, and we can pull more from these Cure songs and the new album in particular by him giving this insight and why they're still so worth listening to and recording podcasts about and all this kind of crazy shit. So I definitely recommend them. You might not be the kind of person that cares or wants to listen to interviews of somebody who just enjoy the music, but for what it's worth, my vote, I say go check out a couple of them at least, because I think you'll be really surprised of how easy and great it is to listen to him tell his side and thoughts on these things. So anyway, let's start out another year here. What do you say? Let's get past the praising of interviews and talk about something kind of throwaway and fun like Cure covers. Yes, this is a weird batch this year. So we've got pretty much a lot of them are just like heaven. Like they're usually all over the place a bit more, but for no real rhyme or reason. Some are old, some are new, just came out, but for some reason a lot of them are just like heaven for some reason this time, which makes sense. It's a fucking great song, classic, but submitted mostly this first bracket of them from our loyal listener Jeff Cortland Jones. So shout out to Jeff. And thank you for sending these my way. He's great at that, where he'll see a cool Cure cover or just a Cure cover. And I like the way he just sends it to me, too. It doesn't really lead me with, check this shit out, or like, ooh, did you see this yet? So he'll just send it, and then I'm left going, did I like that? I don't know. Because I think we all are a little torn on Cure covers where, some of them work a lot better than others. It's a hard thing because these songs we hold so dear to our heart, and sometimes you put a cool spin on it and you can make it different and it works. Sometimes, and then it's like just this if they're trying to just cover it exactly like the Cure. So what's the point of that? So it's a thin line between clever and stupid. So, I feel like we all have our different formulas over the years of cracking this code of what we like or what I like and what I don't. I think we all just have our little thing of what we can stand, what we like better than others, which ones just totally, will just turn you off immediately if they do this or that. So I'll give my little 2 cents, but I'll try not to dwell on these too much because it is just preference, really, at this point. So let's dive in. What do you say? You want to hear the first one? Okay, let's do it. Coming up first, we got The Hanging Garden by Masquer, I think. They're a Swedish band, Masquer. Masquer. This was via Tomas, actually, in a Gmail. So this one wasn't quite from Jeff Cortland Jones just yet. Apologies, Tomas. This one was from you. And this was from a 2012 covers EP that the band did. And they do have a full-length album of originals that came out the year before. But it looks like this covers EP was the most recent thing that they've released. And maybe the last. So 2012 is getting a little old at this point. So they might not even be a band anymore. But who knows? But this is pretty cool cover. This classic formula of slightly different but still staying true to the original is where I'm more comfortable with Cure covers. And I do like the female vocals as a nice variant on it. So, of course, you get extra points too in my book for a slightly rare one. Let's lay off of Friday I'm in Love, even just like heaven, but we'll see. This is a few extra points here for Hanging Garden by Masquer. There we have Masquer, Swedish band, Hanging Garden. Thank you, Tomas, for bringing that to our attention. Now we're going to shift gears drastically right off the bat here and head into one that Jeff Cortland Jones did send us. This one is the EZ Band, and this is our first of many Just Like Heaven covers, and this one is a Spanish cover. Came out in May 2024 on the Make It Norton Volume 2 Side A compilation. Or that was the name of their album, I guess. And this has the Latin flavor going on. I wish they would have sang the whole thing in Spanish, actually. They do part English, part Spanish. And the English part sound a little cheesy to me, in a sense. But once the Spanish kicks in, I actually like it better. And it feels a little more exotic and cooler. So let me know what you think. It looks like they mostly do covers, so, you know, this is their thing. But here's the EZ Band doing Just Like Heaven.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. And threw her arms around my neck. Muéstrame cómo le haces y te prometo que contigo yo escaparé. Contigo escaparé.
So yeah, I'm down with that the more I hear it. So very cool. Thank you. And that was the EZ Band. Mighty Tortugas coming up next with another Just Like Heaven cover. This one is available on Apple Music and Spotify as well if you want to check it out. It's a single. It also came out in May of 2024. This one has more of a traditional rock vibe going on with crunchier guitars. Production and vocals don't really land where I like them. That sweet spot of what I love for a Cure cover. And some of the words get a little jumbled up. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're just trying to change it up a little bit, so it wasn't exactly like the Cure. But who knows? So this is the Mighty Tortuga with Just Like Heaven.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. And threw her arms around my neck. Show me how you do it. And I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you. Spinning on that dizzy edge, I kissed her arms, I kissed her head, and dreamed of all the different ways I had to make her grow. Why are you so far away? She said, why won't you ever know that I'm in love with you? That I'm in love with you. You, soft and lonely, you, lost and lonely, you, strange as angels, dancing in the deepest oceans, spinning in the water. You're just like a dream. You're just like a dream.
Mighty Tortuga. All right. Up next, we got this one you can't find on Spotify, or you can't find it on streaming. You can find it on Bandcamp, though, and it's Michael Timmons from Glasgow, Scotland. And he's doing a cover of Trust And he's rocking the omnichord on this one, recorded live in the studio for the Radio Off radio sessions in January 2024, released in March. Seems to be the only way you can get it is here on his Bandcamp site, so go check it out at michaeltimmonsmusic.bandcamp.com. And it's a bit plotting at first, but then you kind of get into the groove of what he's doing, and I dig it. And of course, points for doing a slightly rarer song like Trust. So here you go.
There is no one left in the world that I can hold on to. There is really no one left at all that is only you. And if you leave me now, you leave all that we were undone. There is really no one left at all. You're the only one. And still the hardest part for you is to put your trust in me. I love you more than I can say. Why won't you just believe?
All right, Michael Timmons. I haven't yet checked out his other tunes, but I'd be curious to hear what his original songs sound like. Very cool vibe going on that one. Crimson Boy is coming up next. Crimson Boy is also this one you can find a little more regularly on the streaming services. Crimson Boy is covering All Cats Are Gray, fan favorite, and it's from their albums Street Gods and Neon Dogs. It came out in 2017, and there's a more recent remix that came out in March of 2024, the Iridescent RMX remix, I reckon. And yeah, this is a pretty cool and chill electronic cover, as you would imagine All Cats Are Gray would sound like. The vocals are very nice and quiet, drenched in reverb, of course. Has a slight speak and spell vibe to it, effects wise, but this works. So here's Crimson Boy, All Cats Are Gray. All right, that was Crimson Boy, our final input from Jeff Cortland Jones. Thanks for sending that one over, Jeff. And yeah, check out Crimson Boy on all streaming services, or their Bandcamp site at crimsonboyofficial.bandcamp.com. Up next, we're heading back to Just Like Heaven land, and this time, though, we are hearing the cover from New Dad doing Just Like Heaven live at BBC Maida Vale Recordings 2024. And New Dad, if you heard the last episode, was my new band of the year last year. I love their latest album, Madra, and it's fucking phenomenal original tunes all the way through. So that makes me like this cover a bit more. There's nothing too crazy going on with this cover. In fact, some might say it's a bit safe even, but I say that that's cool because they're being respectful, and knowing how good that their original songs are, it makes me like this cover a lot more. It's just a rad band, cool rock band, cool indie rock band, female vocals, sounding great, doing a great song. You can't fuck it up with that formula. So this is New Dad doing Just Like Heaven. I really hope these guys put out more work in 2025 and get a chance to see them. I hope they tour a bit more extensively here in the US in 2025. That would be great. They're near the top of my list of bands I want to see live that I have not yet. That's New Dad. Keep in mind that's live, so it's a little rough around the edges, but more importantly, go check out their original material. That's the good shit. So Madra, perfect album, start to finish, favorite of 2024. But immediately killing my buzz of my favorite new band, New Dad, is a bunch of assholes from the TV show The Voice, and they're performing Just Like Heaven around May of 2024, I believe it was. And in my opinion, this is absolute garbage. It just looks even more ridiculous if you see the video clip of it. Looks like they're performing in a fucking Pokemon arena or something. Just all the accentuations and inflections and the vocal melody show-off bullshit that they do on those shows is enough to make any Cure fan cringe, in my opinion. So, yeah, please don't touch any more Cure songs on these shows. God, it's the worst. So, here you go. The Voice kids doing Just Like Heaven.
Lost and lonely.
I will never be clean again. So yeah, and of course, as all these go, this will be the one that gets flagged, and half of you won't be able to see this video because of that bullshit. So anyway, had to include it though. Coming up next is one that, you know, teeters in that category, but I'm cool with it. We had this one posted all over the social media outlets. It's Dogstar performing Just Like Heaven live on their recent tour. And yeah, the 3-piece power pop rock band featuring Keanu Reeves on bass. And you know, I've never been crazy about the vocalist of Dogstar, but they pull it off. It's a good straightforward rock song. And, you know, you can't fuck that up if you just pay your respects and rock it out. It was exactly what Dogstar does. And, you know, you gotta love Keanu Reeves. The guy's amazing. So he's always been a favorite of mine. And actually, I have a confession or brag. I'm not sure. Dogstar. We saw them live in 1995 at the old 930 Club in DC. Me and my brother. My mom had just passed away that summer, and we were just losing our fucking minds, and we're going to shows just as distractions, if not, you know, just to totally just blank out and stare at something. And, you know, so anything remotely cool we were going to see. And I think this, yeah, this, you know, was in that time. It was a weird kind of day show. I remember it being, I guess they made it really early because they knew there was like going to be a lot of young people going. I must have been, so yeah, I was like 18, and it was so weird because we all just, it was so oversold, packed house, and everybody was just like swarming and pushing to get in front of Keanu Reeves on the bass side. I've never seen anything like it. It was so weird because everyone just stared at Keanu Reeves playing like rock bass, you know, didn't sing anything. He just had his like knit cap pulled down over his eyes anyway and was just playing, and everyone was just glued on the bass player. So the poor singer is just up there rocking out, pouring his soul out, and nobody gave a fuck. Everybody was just staring at Keanu Reeves. And, you know, and it was like how I feel now, where it's like, they're all right, good rock songs, cool, kind of catchy, but nothing that I really walk around humming or anything. The songs don't really stick with me too much, but it was great to see Keanu Reeves play music live, and great to hear him playing Just Like Heaven, just further showing that they all have great taste. So, Dogstar, Just Like Heaven. Alright, coming up next, we have a return from Pedal Steel Noah. Yeah, you remember these guys. I think I led off the last covers episode with Pedal Steel Noah and his brother playing a cover of, I think we did Just Like Heaven, but they had done a bunch of Cure ones on their Instagram page, and that's what I was citing and playing you clips from, was Lullaby and Just Like Heaven and Boys Don't Cry. I think they did a bunch of Cure ones on there, but in the last year they put out an EP called Texas Madness, and they do 5 different covers from 5 different bands, but they're included is a Just Like Heaven cover, and it's instrumental, pedal steel, and it's fucking brilliant. And they're all like new wave kind of covers. They do a great version of Love Will Tear Us Apart on there as well, and I highly recommend it. It's the perfect blend of, you know, country sounds and your favorite new wave, whatever kind of bands. And you should follow their Instagram page too, Pedal Steel Noah on Instagram. They're always posting a cool cover on there, and seems like they're playing out live a lot more now too. So if you're in the area in Texas, I'm not quite sure what area. I think down near, I don't know, just check it on their page, but somewhere, probably Austin, I would assume, or San Antonio. But go check out. Maybe you can catch them at a live show. Yeah, they're going to be huge stars, these kids, and the EP was great. It was one of my favorites of last year, and this is the studio version this time of Just Like Heaven. All right, we're going to take a hard turn right here and steer away from Just Like Heaven for a minute as we get a full album cover from NonVivants, and they are doing Pornography in its entirety, hardcore electronic style. This is Nico from Argentina's band, and yeah, they really take on the whole different genre approach to pornography. I think it's more Chaz and Antonia's speed on this one, but I gotta respect that they are sticking to the core of the song, even though they are swapping out genres hard on this one. So here's a taste of the NonVivants doing Pornography.
I chose an eternity of this, like falling angels, the world is a pit, laughing into a fire. Is it always like this? Flesh and blood and the first kiss. The first God of the first kiss. Give me your eyes that I might see. To plan on kissing my head. The sun is cold in my head, turns to dust, Ask him place on his knees. Ask him place on his knees. And the sound that the sea grows, I close my eyes. Moves slowly to dropping wings, going away on a setting sun.
All right, thank you so much, Nico, for rocking out for us. And we are winded down here, but we definitely want to include this next cover. This is a cover of Apart, performed by Nouveau Arcade with the Annex featuring Cordelia. And I believe, I'm not sure which one of those is friends with Dion, but somebody in this band, or the Cordelia, is friends with Dion, longtime listener, Patreon member, buddy of the show. And she sent this in to our awareness for the covers episode, and I'm very happy for that because it's a real cool cover. And This band also has a full-length album that came out in 2023 of originals called Dead Hearts. That's great too. You can check that out. It's on all streaming platforms or on YouTube. You can catch it. And yeah, this is a part. Of course, you always get points for a rarity with me, and just changing it up in different ways. And thank you, Dion, for sending this our way. Also want to send a special well wishes to Dion. She had back surgery before Christmas time and is recovering. Looked like things are going smoothly, but we're all still pulling for you and hoping everything continues to go great. So take it easy there, Dion, and hopefully 2025 will bring less back pain. Will always be a nice thing. So fingers crossed for you that everything keeps going well. This is Nouveau Arcade with the Annex featuring Cordelia.
It's alright to feel his kiss. But always wait so long. How did we get this far apart? We used to be so close together. How did we get this far apart? I thought this love would last forever.
All right, that was our final cover actually for this episode. And since we've had a weird magnetic pull towards the song Just Like Heaven, I figured a perfect way to wrap up this episode would be to put a spotlight on the Just Like Heaven tribute album that came out quite a few years back. We covered it in an earlier covers episode, but it has re-emerged, and this time as a reissue on American Laundromat Records. Our buddy and friend of the show, Kate from CureThreads.com and Cure Arts Collab fame, actually did the artwork for the new reissue, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's in Kate's style, and the reissue is going to be available on double vinyl, purple or blue vinyl, I believe it is, and or you could just buy it on a compact disc, the Wave of the Future compact disc, and those pre-orders are still up over at American Laundromat Records, and I believe the album is released in February, so we're getting close now. But go on over there, find American Laundromat Records, and get that pre-order. But it's a great tribute album. As a refresher on that, it has all kinds of great Cure covers on it. The roster of artists is just amazing. A lot of good names in there. Joy Zipper, Tanya Donnelly from Belly does Love Cats, and the Brunettes are on it. Kitty Carlisle, Dean and Britta, who I'm a huge fan of, from Luna fame, and Galaxy 500, Dean is from, and they do a cover of Friday I'm in Love that's nice. And they got the Submarines on there doing Boys Don't Cry. Elk City does a weird kind of stripped down, trippy version of Close to Me. I guess trippy isn't the best word, but it's one of the rare examples of when they change it up a lot, but I still like it. And the Rosebuds are a cool band, a forgotten favorite. They do a good version of The Walk on there. Class Actress does a great version of Pictures of You. We got Julie Peel is on there, The Poems, and The Wedding Present close it out with a cover of High. 16 tracks total. And originally came out back in 2009. This is the re-release. Wonderful new artwork by Kate. Looks great, so go check it out. And you could probably track down the links through her CureThreads.com too, and at Cure Arts Collab on Instagram. So just wanted to leave with a little reminder of those great covers over there and how you can pick up the vinyl reissue at American Laundromat Records. But that does it for this episode, the first episode of 2025, and our covers episode. How many of these goddamn things have we done by now? What, 10 maybe? Because we're getting on our 10th anniversary this year. Oh my God, I don't even know. But, oh, this is our 11th one. I think I doubled them up one year. So, yeah, 11 episodes of covers. I don't even know what was on those early ones. So maybe we'll put a whole playlist together of the ones on the YouTube page so you can listen to all the covers episodes in one sitting. Woo, lucky you. But we'll be back next 2 weeks for more casual Cure talk and good things on the horizon. So please stay tuned. Let's close this thing out with a shout out to our Patreon crew. What do you say? We've got Donna and Craig and Jeff Hilton, and this episode's top contributor, Jeff Cortland Jones, Sue, John, Allen, Allison, Dion, aka Dione, Namicio, Matt Ford, Tom Burns, Letty, John Roberts, Jason, Tony, Ben, Matt Fisher, Danny, Coulter, Tom Johnson, Francisco, Arno, Chip, Amber, Nicholas, Shirley, Jason Hall, Steve, Mara, Caroline, Brian, and our newest first member of the year, Sean. Welcome, Sean. So happy to have you on board. Keep your eye on the mail. We're getting a mixed CD out to you and some stickers ASAP. And of course, we have David, who runs the Obsessive Geek on Etsy. Go on over to his shop there and check out some of his 3D printed artwork, including dioramas of the Three Imaginary Boys and Boys Don't Cry album covers, and even the Boys Don't Cry single cover. They look amazing and make for wonderful Cure decorations in your home. Go on over to Obsessive Geek on Etsy. And Scott Kruger, of course, is the co-host of the Sarlacc Digest, the all-Star Wars podcast that airs every Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube and Facebook. They're in the thick of it with Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars show starring Jude Law. Go check it out and analyze every little detail with them. It's perfect for any level Star Wars fan. And of course, Kate, who we mentioned earlier, who designed that wonderful new Just Like Heaven Cure tribute album on American Laundromat Records. She also runs CureThreads.com, so go on over to CureThreads.com and pick yourself out some original Cure-inspired designs by Kate. You'll love it, essential for any Cure fan. And also follow Cure Arts Collab on Instagram so you can get in on any Cure art making that might happen this year. Dana says you should check out her animation and illustration work at graphics.tv. That's graphics with an X.tv. And feel free to reach out to her if your business or project could use a makeover. Tim is part of New Waterloo. It's an independent hospitality, design, and management company. They own and operate hotels and restaurants all over the U.S. You can find more information and their locations at newwaterloo.com. Tanya would love to spread awareness for 988lifeline.org, a suicide and crisis hotline with over 200 crisis call centers located all over the U.S., available 24/7, offering free, confidential support for people in distress and numerous prevention and crisis resources. Please reach out if you or anyone you know is in need of help. Lisa wants to recommend Dickens. It's up in Calgary, Canada, and it is great for any live show or event. They have trivia, dance nights, drag shows, all kinds of things, live bands. Go see the full listing at dickensyyc.com. And if you're in the Little Rock, Arkansas area, follow Jessica's advice and keep an eye on the website clubnevermore.com so you can see all things that are going on goth related as far as events and live shows. And of course, check out Chaz's other podcast, The Excommunication Station, where he and Chrissy take on the evangelical church. And they got a whole action-packed year prepared for you guys over there. So subscribe now and find them everywhere that you listen to podcasts. And of course, check out our Holy Hour merch store. Yes, if you didn't get any Cure-related presents and you want some, go on over to the Holy Hour merch store and find yourself a Cure-designed shirt or mug or bucket hat with the Holy Hour logo created by the one and only Scott Kruger. And you can find the links to the merch store in our YouTube page, our Facebook page, on Instagram, all that jazz. Or you can just email me directly at gavinconner@gmail.com if you still can't find the merch store link. Or if you just have a question about anything, give me a call. But I'll probably just say,
Yeah, sorry, wrong number.
on top of that, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/The Holy Hour Podcast. Become a member, get in on all the action of those extra episodes and Robert Smith interviews. All right, first episode of the year in the bag. Feel free to send me any Cure covers we may not have covered at this point, and we'll add them to the list for next time. And don't forget to check out the YouTube playlist that shows all the covers we covered this episode. Until next time, talk hard.
And Happy New Year!